Hey everyone, welcome to week 4. As you can see, I've already sent out the announcement. This is Sunday, the night before the week opens, so I've already sent out the announcement. I always do that the night before just to kind of give everybody a heads up for the next day. So if you're watching this video, you've probably already got this far, but nonetheless, you're already in week 4. And so the first thing you want to do is check out these guidelines. The analysis essay, to kind of give it to you in a nutshell. The last one was a reflective narrative. You chose a narrative that was based on a story that you've experienced that kind of outlines your experience with a social issue, some sort of social issue. Now, the analysis essay is where you try and develop what you think the excuse me, the cause of this social issue is. So for instance, here it says for the assignment, write 3 to 4 page analysis essay about the significant social issue that you outlined in Project 1. Every day we witness arguments and disagreements and are forced to form opinions about various issues. Often we are influenced by the views of our friends, our families, people we trust, however we are going to take time. So blah, 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 blah. Now, this is where it starts getting good. For this assignment, you'll take time to explore one controversial issue, and that could be the one that you've already done for writing Project 1, but it doesn't have to be. You can change topics. However, if you change topics, it's better to do so now rather than to change topics in writing Project 3 or 4. Because remember, if you take with you the same topic in all the writing projects, then there are parts of the essays that you can actually recycle. From writing Project 1, you might be able to take the introduction into writing Project 2, and then writing Project 2 you might be able to take the first 2 sections. But if you switch topics, then obviously those things don't really apply. Anyways, you're exploring one controversial issue that interests or bothers you, conduct extensive scholarly research on both sides of the argument, and you write a 3 to 4 page thesis-driven essay in MLA format. The thing about this one is that you have to present the positions without bias. So what this means is that there are multiple different reasons as to why this problem might exist. Let's think of, for instance, gun violence. Let me open up a screen for you so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Let's go right here somewhere. There we are. Okay, so let's imagine that we're talking about gun violence. If we're talking about gun violence, I want you to, whoa, hey, I'm talking about gun violence, and whoever that, Cortana wants to talk about gun violence. Gun violence. Now, if I was to ask someone, what is the cause of gun violence? One person might say, well, of course, it's gun laws. We don't have enough gun laws in the United States, and so we need to have more regulation, okay? Now, in my essay, I'm going to explain this. However, I'm not going to choose one side or the other. Let's say the other side might be, one person might say gun laws, the other person might say too many gun laws. And up here we'll say not enough gun laws. Two ends of a very broad spectrum. So one person says not enough gun laws, the other person says no, there's too many gun laws. Now in your essay, you're going to describe both of these. However, you're not going to pick a side. You're just simply going to explain the sides to us. A person that believes this, and then you kind of explain what that person believes. If a person believes this, then you go on to explain what that person believes. So that's what we're talking about here when we talk about an analysis essay. You're analyzing both sides of the argument. What might one person say, and then what might another person say. You must remain neutral throughout the essay. You may only reveal your opinion in the concluding paragraph. So in the conclusion, you can start putting in your opinion. So of course the rest of this is kind of self-explanatory, and I have an entire video kind of dedicated to this, so watch that video as well. Let's go back, and here's that video right here, Writing Project 2 Analysis Essay Guidelines. I kind of go through all the guidelines for you. I just want to make sure I explain this. Now these videos are a little older. I kind of recycle my videos because I teach the exact same thing every semester. So if you see any dates in there, don't go by whatever dates I talk about in here, because I didn't mean to talk about those dates. They might be from a year ago, they might be from 2 years ago. Disregard any dates. The only dates that are important to you are the ones that are dictated by Blackboard. So with that being said, watch Writing Project 2 Analysis Essay Guideline video. Then come down to choosing a Writing Project 2 topic. Now, of course, if you are keeping the same topic, that doesn't really apply to you, so it's going to make things pretty easy. Down here, writing project 2, topic choice. Let me know what your topic is. Topic option 1, whatever. The topic option, then tell me about it. And then one side of the argument and the other side of the argument. So what are two reasons? So here I use legalizing marijuana. Argument 1, legalize marijuana in all states with X, Y, or Z restrictions. So some people say that we should legalize marijuana in all states, just has to have certain restrictions, maybe medicinal uses only, blah, blah, blah. However, other people say, no, marijuana should remain illegal for all states for X, Y, Z reasons. And then, of course, there will be the third argument where they say, just completely legalize it. No restrictions, no laws, no nothing. Just make it legal. Okay, that would be kind of a third argument. For this one, please submit 3 topics. So one might be legalizing marijuana, the second one might be gun control, the third one might be abortion, whatever that might be. Along with each of the 3 topics, describe 2 opposing views that you would discuss within your essay for each of those 3 topics. So just like I did here, do this 3 times. Legalizing marijuana, argument 1, argument 2. Gun control, argument 1, argument 2. Standardized testing in high schools, argument 1, argument 2. Whatever your topic is, give me 2 arguments that someone might have within that field. After you've done that, watch the thesis writing video. This is where I'm going to go over how to develop a thesis, a quality thesis, and you can use this within your essay. And then writing project 2, I actually outline the entire essay for you so that you can kind of follow along and kind of get your head wrapped around what's going to be required in this essay. What kind of topics are you going to have to do, what kind of paragraphs, what kind of sections, those things. And I go through all of this. Basically, I just walk you through building your essay, which is kind of nice. Once that's all done, come down here to the introduction and analysis. You'll be reading chapter 7 in your textbook. And once you read that, because it's all about analysis, that whole chapter, there's a discussion question, I believe it's in that chapter, and it serves as a springboard to introduce the practice of analysis. With that, the question is, if you were analyzing these photos, what features would you choose to compare and stress? And so answer that question, and of course there's photos in the textbook, so check that out. I can't show you the photos on here. After reading the chapter, especially Lydia Wheeler's essay at the end of the chapter, post an answer of 200 to 250 words. So your response to this question here, if you were analyzing these photos, what features would you choose to compare and stress? Answer that question in 200 to 250 words. Once you've done that, find someone else's response and then reply to them. Kind of give them some thoughts of your own, and make sure you do that in at least 50 words. So as usual, everything's due by the end of the week, which will be the 18th at midnight. So make sure you turn everything in by then. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to either text me, call me, Skype me, and if you prefer, you can use the start here. It has that general questions for the course so that everyone can see. Of course, probably the most effective is texting, but of course I'll take any of the above. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm here for any problems you might have. And other than that, I will see you guys in week 5.